let's discuss about the another case of the. I have already discussed the graphical plotting of the frequency modulation. Here, let us try to plot the phase modulated wave. Let's say this is the message signal mt, which is am cos 2 pi f mt. This will be plus am, this will be minus am. Right. And similarly, let us do a rough plot of the carrier wave. Let's say this is the rough plot of the carrier wave with peak amplitude AC. Let's call it Ct equals to Ct, which will be AC cos 2 pi Ct. Now for a phase modulated wave, the angle is given as 2 pi fct plus kf kp into am cos 2 pi fm t. Now one thing to observe here is that up to this point, from this point up to this point, in this region, the signal mt, the message signal, keeps on decreasing, and in this portion the amplitude of signal goes on, or the value of the message signal goes on increasing. So if we look at this equation, so you can take here some cases when mt greater than 0 and increasing, its value is increasing, right? Then in that case, the frequency of the phase modulated wave will be greater than fc, right? And there will be region of compression. or you can call it an increasing compression. And for empty less than 0 but increasing, you can take this case. From this, in this region, although empty is less than 0, is negative, but its value goes on increasing to become positive. Empty is negative, but empty is keeps on increasing. So in that case, when empty is less than 0, definitely we will have a lower frequency than Fc, but in the direction of, or you can see, decreasing compression, decrease in, or let's write a better term, same increasing compression only. Because although empty is negative, definitely its frequency will be lower than the carrier frequency. But since the value of empty is increasing, then it will turn, or it will shift to it will move from the region of expansion towards the region of compression. We can simply write there is increase in the compression, it is shifting towards the compression region. That is the written increasing compression. Now for empty, once again empty greater than 0 but decreasing, then here F will definitely be greater than Fc, but towards expansion. And for empty less than 0 and decreasing, here F will be less than Fc, but it will keep on expanding towards expansion. Right. Keeping this in mind, so we have to, while plotting this, we have to keep two things in mind. One, whether the value of empty is positive or negative, plus whether it is increasing or decreasing. If the value is empty is increasing, then it is shifting towards the region of compression, and if the value is empty is decreasing, then it is shifting towards the region of expansion. That's it. So in this region, its value is decreasing only, this to this region, and for empty greater than 0, the frequency will be higher. So frequency will be higher in the positive region, but it will keep on decreasing because the value of empty is decreasing. And from this region to this region, the value of empty is increasing. Although there is expansion, but expansion will decrease. And once again it's decreasing. So you can see it has got a region of compression and expansion. And so on, compression, expansion. So this is the how we will plot the phase modulated wave. If you observe the plot of the phase modulated wave as well as the frequency modulated wave, you can find their plot looks almost same, but relatively shifted in phase from each other. In that way, we can provide a relationship between the FM as well as the phase modulated wave. So relation between EM and FM. Okay. Let me write once again. What is happening here? For the frequency modulated wave, the angle is given by 2 pi fct plus integration of 2 pi into kf integration of m tau into d tau 0 to t. So integration happening here. For phase modulation, similarly, theta t is given by 2 pi fct into kp into mt. Both look similar except the fact you find some amount of integration here. So, but from the plot of the phase modulated wave as well as the frequency modulated wave, we observe that both waves are similar to each other except they are shifted in some, except they are phase shifted by some angle. So we can provide a relation between them. So with the help of phase modulation, we can obtain a frequency modulated wave and vice versa. So if we take the case of the FM wave, so in terms of block diagram, you see this is empty, then you see there is integration here. So if we provide an integrator here, then what will happen? Let's say we obtain a new signal m dash t. So m dash t, let's say it is the integral form of m tau d tau, right? And let us pass through a phase modulator. passing through a phase modulator by applying a carrier wave AC cos 2 pi fct. Then passing through the phase modulator we can obtain an FM wave STF. As you can see, both have same equation, only but extra integration is done here. After the integration, it will look similar to the phase modulated wave. And similarly, suppose we have got, suppose, so in this example, in this way, we can obtain a frequency modulated wave using a phase modulator. The other way is that let's pass MT with a differentiator and then pass through a frequency modulator. Provided with the carrier wave AC cos 2 pi fct, we will obtain the phase modulated wave. This is frequency modulated wave. And this is the phase modulated wave. Right? This is the relationship between the phase modulation and the frequency modulation. Now, broadly, there are two types of frequency modulated wave. If we talk about frequency modulation, so depending on the bandwidth, we have got narrow band frequency modulation and wide band frequency modulation. Before that, let us write some properties of the angle modulation, or let's have some points about angle modulation. So when we talk about the frequency modulation, we automatically talk about phase modulation as well, because as we saw that both are related to each other, the frequency modulation as well as the phase modulation. So if there is frequency modulation, definitely there is phase modulation is happening. So the first point is the angle modulation, or let us differentiate with it with FM, is advantageous or FM is relatively immune to noise than the amplitude modulation. That is, we can say the FM has a better signal to noise ratio. We'll see how it is happening in the upcoming lectures. But the increase in noise performance comes at the expense of increased bandwidth. So, although is more immune to noise and amplitude modulation, but in FM, the bandwidth of the frequency modulated wave is very high. In theory, the bandwidth extends up to infinity. So theoretically, the bandwidth of frequency modulated wave is infinity. But as we see, an amplitude modulated wave is normally a narrow band modulation. Right? Third point we can write. There are irregular zero crossings. In the FM wave. As we can see, there were regions of compression and expansion in the angle modulated wave, whether it is frequency modulated or phase modulated. But you can see the zeros are not uniform. They are irregular zeros are there. As you see here. See. The zero crossings are irregular. They are not uniform in with respect to the amplitude modulated wave. With respect to the carrier wave, the zero crossings of the angle modulated wave are not uniform. Fourth point, the average power of FM wave is 1 by 2 h square. Since the FM wave has nothing to do with the amplitude of the carrier, that's why the average power remains constant, because the average power of any sinusoid, let's say, is given by the square of its RMS value. Now RMS value depends on the value AC. Since it is constant, that is why we have got constant average power in case of FM wave, unlike the amplitude modulated wave, where the amplitude is changing with respect to the message signal. So these were some points about the angle modulation signal. Continuing with our discussion on the frequency modulation. So based on the as we just read right now, in theory the bandwidth of the FM wave extends up to infinity. So broadly we can classify the frequency modulation as narrow band modulation and wide band modulation. Let's talk about the narrow band modulation. So as we know, for a frequency modulated wave, this equation is given as, for let's talk about a single tone modulation where amp is given by m into cos 2 pi fmt, and ct is, we have ac cos 2 pi fct. Then the frequency modulated wave will be given as ac cos 2 pi fct plus beta times of, where beta is the modulation index, beta times of sine 2 pi fmt, right? So we can resolve this as ac cos 2 pi fct into cos beta sine 2 pi mt minus ac sine 2 pi fct to sine beta sine 2 pi fm into t, right? So considering the case of narrowband modulation, for narrowband modulation the modulation index beta is taken much less than 1 for the case of narrowband frequency modulation, NBFM. For narrowband frequency modulation we will abbreviate as NBFM, and for wideband it will be WBFM. In that case, for beta much less than 1, cos beta sine 2 pi fmt will be nearly equal to 1, and for sine related 1 to sine beta sine 2 pi fmt will be nearly equal to, taking the limit beta much less than 1, sine 2 pi fmt. Putting these value in this equation, we can write st frequency modulated wave, it will be ac times of cos 2 pi fct minus ac times of beta sine 2 pi fmt into sine 2 pi fct. So once again, resolving this equation, it will be ac times of cos 2 pi fct minus 1 by 2 beta ac cos 2 pi and write fc minus fm into t plus 1 by 2 beta times of ac cos 2 pi fc plus fm into t. Now what frequency components does it contain? One is the frequency component fc and the lower sideband components fc minus fm and fc plus fm. So frequency components are that's the fc minus fm, fc plus fm and fc. These frequency components are contained. And if we consider the negative frequencies, negative in the Euler form, it then will be written as plus minus and plus minus fc. Now if we talk about for an amplitude modulated wave, it has a similar equation which is given by 8 AC cos 2 pi fct plus mu AC by 2 cos 2 pi fc minus fm into t plus mu times of AC by 2 cos 2 pi fc plus fm to t. If you look at these two equations are similar, very similar to each other. Only the fact that in case of frequency modulation there is a negative sign here, unlike in the case of EM modulated wave. The only difference is here. And as we know, the amplitude modulation is a case of narrowband modulation. So for amplitude modulated wave, its bandwidth is given by 2 times of fm. Similar with the case of, here we can see the bandwidth will be given as once again 2 times of fm multi in case of frequency modulated wave. Or better we write narrow band frequency modulated. So for a narrow band frequency modulated wave, which is for beta much less than 1, the bandwidth is given by 2 times of fm. In general we can write for fm maximum frequency component of the message signal. So we will continue the discussion on the frequency modulated wave. Thank you.